Hi everyone, my name is Shikha Dhawan, and today I wanted to speak to you about fitting in. Just to start off with a story, so I am, if you don't know me that well, I am big into minimalism and frugalism. Not because I can't afford things, or not necessarily for that purpose, but because I am into, being green, and I believe that, experiences are more important than things, and I find that people get too involved in buying things and planning to buy things and all that stuff, and then they forget about the fact that they're not living in the present moment. Every single time I get into that mode, I know that I'm trying to escape something from the present moment, and so that's how I bring myself back. So in general, I'm into that kind of stuff, and one of the ways I actually I do love beautiful things. I love new clothes. I do get bored of my closet and things like that. I'm a typical girl. Love boots, love scarves, things like that. So the way I actually kind of placate myself or, take care of that need to have new things is I go to clothing swaps. And clothing swaps are really becoming popular more and more so in Toronto, and I love the fact that it's becoming more popular. There's one almost every month now, and so when I do get bored of all the stuff in my closet, I'll grab a bunch of things in a big garbage bag, and I'll take that over to the swap, give it away to those people, let someone else wear that stuff, and I'll just wear, I'll grab some stuff for myself, new things that find a good home for me with me, and that I could wear for the next couple of months until I get bored of that and move it around. Clothing swaps are usually $5 to $10, usually even free. So you're getting a bunch of new clothes, usually a huge IKEA bag or garbage bag full of stuff for $5. You're not spending a lot of money on it. You're being sustainable. You're being green. You're in every way, shape, or form. It is an amazing thing to do, and I love them to death. But it's not very common, I guess, because not that many people actually do go to clothing shops. I know I think usually it ends up being 30 to 40 people, max usually 100. In a city of 3 million, that's actually really, really small. And so it's becoming more and more common. It's becoming more popular, obviously. But in the beginning, when I did start doing them, and I started doing them 4 or 5 years ago, there was a lot of negative energy that was directed towards me because of that. Not only just by my parents, who were ashamed that I was wearing some other person's clothes, but by just acquaintances, friends, family, everyone. My parents' friends, when they heard that I do clothing swaps, they were flabbergasted. They couldn't believe that I would do that. They started making fun of my parents. They're like, your daughter, is she poor? Are you not giving her enough money? What's going on here? So it was obviously really hard to hear these things. I try to explain to them, obviously, what was my purpose in doing this. I could go to a shopping mall and buy new clothes, but there's a lot of philosophy and principles involved in the reason why I go to clothing swaps rather than going shopping. The need to fit in is always, always inherent in all of us. I want to fit in. I want to be liked. I want to be loved. I want approval. That's all the stuff that I want. Obviously, being a human, evolutionarily wise, by evolution, if we didn't fit in, we would be kicked out of a tribe and we would die. So, biologically, it makes sense. In every sense, it makes sense. You want to fit in. You want friends. Blah blah blah. But I realized a long time ago, and I'm becoming more and more, savvy to the idea that the more I try to fit in, the more I try to impress people, the more I try to, be with the crowd and do as other people are doing, the unhappier I get. Not because I'm trying to be a rebel or anything, but a lot of times what people are doing isn't necessarily what I want to do. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm forcing myself to live according to a certain mold where I don't actually want to live like that. I really, really don't. It's inherently abhorrent to me. I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm not in tune with my intuition. My gut feels wrong. I get sick all the time when I'm doing that. I'll get colds or fevers, and I'll have to stay at home, recovering. And I'm living according to myself, my own mold, the way I want to live. I'm healthy. I never get sick. I could spend hours in the freezing rain and I'd still be fine. So my immune system, my whole body rebels when I'm not living according to the way I want to live. My existence, my spirit rebels. It doesn't feel right. And so I know the need is there. Obviously I want approval, but I realize that I don't need it in order to be alive. Wanting and needing are two completely different things. And so fitting in is not a necessity for me anymore. In certain ways, obviously, I have to wear clothes when I go outside. I have to follow certain rules or laws in the world, and I'm totally fine with doing that. Obviously, that's necessary because I do still live in a civilization. I'm not living in a cave somewhere, and I don't want to live in a cave somewhere. I like living in Toronto, so I do follow the certain rules that are, inherent to that society. I do that, but I do not fit in every single way, and I do not need to fit in every single way. And I realize that. And the more I realize that, the happier I get. The happier I get because I know that I'm living according to my rules, my own rules, the way I want to live my life, not according to the rules someone else has set up for me and they are dictating to me. And the more I live according to my own rules, the happier I feel. The more in tune with myself I feel, the better I feel about myself, the better I feel about my life. It just is such an amazing way to live. And so I recommend to you, slowly but surely, start moving in that direction. Make certain changes, make small changes. Maybe move to an area of town or area of the city that you like, even though everyone else thinks it's not great. Maybe like Kensington Market. Or, things like that. Like start dressing in a way that you like, even though everyone else is going to make fun of you. I do that all the time. I see people laughing at the way I dress all the time, but I like it. It makes me feel good, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. I'm not hurting anyone else. I'm not wearing fur. I'm not doing anything, weird. I'm just doing what's important to me, and that's all that matters. It makes me happy. As long as you're not hurting anyone, just do what makes you happy. Forget about fitting in. Forget about fitting in. So I hope this video helps you a little bit. I know I get a little passionate about this stuff because it's so important to me and it's so important for me to share it. So if you have any questions, please message me. And my name is Shakhat Heaven. Signing off now, but I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for listening.